And to the players who are being selected today, you're moving to a great city where the excitement and build-up for CFL football is palpable and where you will be in good hands and where things will be done right.
That was Ottawa RedBlacks General Manager Marcel Desjardins this morning, just before he announced Ottawa's first-round CFL expansion draft picks. Desjardins mentioned how the build-up to the return of CFL football in the capital is palpable, and my next guest spent much of his day tracking that draft. Keenan Wellar is a RedBlacks season ticket holder already. Come the summer, you'll find him parked in Section D, Row 27 of the new stadium at Lansdowne Park. Good afternoon, Keenan.
Good afternoon, too.
So, how happy a fan are you this afternoon now that expansion draft is out of the way and we have some names?
Pretty excited, and I'm picturing my seats right now. You've given away that I'm a Northsider, so hopefully people will still listen to me. There's good reasons for it, but I'm really excited.
Yeah. The team picked its new quarterbacks in round one. They chose BC Lion prospect Thomas DeMarco and then Calgary Stampeder Kevin Glenn, about whom we know a fair bit. What do we get with that duo? How do you feel about those two quarterbacks?
Yeah, everyone's kind of just nodding and saying, yeah, it makes sense. Obviously, you need a veteran who can not only play games, but also be a mentor to any young people that you're bringing up. And, DeMarco has some game experience and a lot of potential. And, Glenn's an older guy, but he's also not one that's been banged up a lot. So he's a healthy 34.
I guess before we move on to who was picked today, I wonder, with those two quarterbacks named, if you think that will quell the call to sign Tim Tebow to the RedBlacks. We've heard a bit about that recently.
I hope that's almost gone, as much as people still asking me about the name.
Yeah.
So it's the RedBlacks, and the quarterback is Kevin Glenn, and we shall move forward.
Okay. Well, I won't bring it up again. Sorry. Keenan, in round two, the RedBlacks have picked Saskatchewan Roughrider DL Keith Shologan. I guess that's his name. What's he bring to the team?
Oh, that's a really exciting pick, and I can tell you the gauge of how good a pick that was is by how angry the Saskatchewan fans are.
To lose him.
So, they're upset. So that's good. We've done well. This guy had 31 tackles last year, threw in 4 sacks, and he's just tough, and I think everyone's pretty excited that he's going to be there. Have
you been hearing from Rough Rider fans about the fact that we've already stolen one of their, much-loved players?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. On Twitter, they're pretty ferocious. So, it's been fun.
Yeah. Now, what about round 3? Any picks there that made you happy?
We're just not sure if Marwan Haig from Hamilton has said he wasn't sure if he was going to retire if he was drafted. So hopefully he will come and embrace RedBlacks, because I think he'd be a great addition to our line.
So we know, too, the expansion draft isn't a one-stop shopping trip. There's other things that needed to be done to get the roster filled. There's still free agents to sign ahead of a big training camp, and you never know who might get invited to that. What are some of the gaps there that you're looking forward to seeing filled, or what are the gaps that you see?
Well, we don't. Obviously, there's not a lot of big-name receivers, so we got a pretty exciting running back in Siobhan Walker, but this must be an all-time record for free agency, not by accident, because it's a strategy other teams used in hopes of protecting players. But, I think Desjardins was saying, the strategy is take the best players available, even if we're, overstocked in fullbacks, for example, because those players can be traded for other players that we need. So I think they did a good job getting the best quality players they could without, obviously, you don't want to draft free agents and in a few months turn around and lose them. So they did a pretty good job of that. And between free agency and trades, it's pretty exciting, certainly compared to 2002. It's looking good. Yeah,
compared to that, for sure. I just wonder whether, you've already got your tickets, you're already imagining sitting there in the North Sides. Have you gone as far as looked at who might be out there in U.S. colleges who might not be big enough to land in the NFL, but, people who you've had your eye on who we might look at later as we go to fill out the roster in that way?
Man, that's really complicated. I won't even try and comment on that at this time. But it's just they have so much talent, and you just have to wait and see how things fall out with NFL. Like every year's crop of college players out of the U.S. is just rich in talent, and I'm sure that's what they're working on right now. Yeah.
So the expansion draft is out of the way, Keenan. How are you going to keep busy between now and this training camp in May? What do you do to keep the fire alive?
Well, that's not too long. Free agency signings will be coming, and fielding questions from people who think I work for the team. I do not. It's unofficial, but I have people, they want to know why they can't get a jersey for Christmas. These are all good signs. I mean, I've never seen people, it's been a long time since I've seen people this pumped up, probably since the days I was sitting in the West End watching the Rough Riders. So.
Yeah. And you are, I mean, to get it on record, you're happy with the name?
Yes, I am, and I think you're seeing the fact that people are buying the stuff. They're having a hard time keeping certain sizes in stock, and it's a pretty cool name, and I really respect that, initially the reaction was not good, and they stuck to their guns, because frankly, you and I are not the marketers for the team, and I give them a lot of credit, because I think people are going to love it. And I've already got some gear that was available, and people are taking old saws out of their basements and garages and turning them into RedBlacks clocks and all sorts of interesting devices. So this is a good sign.
It is a very good sign. Yeah, whenever it starts a little DIY movement, I like that very much.
Right on.
Okay, Keenan Wellar, great to talk to you this afternoon. Thank you.
Okay, cheers.
Keenan Wellar, RedBlacks season ticket holder. He also runs an unofficial Ottawa RedBlacks football fans page on Facebook. We've put a link to that over on our site, all in a day at cbc.ca.